side control escapes. Back in week 1 we showed you this pin here where I am over the head, controlling the near side hip. My hips are higher than my shoulders and I'm being heavy as a whale. My goal is, this is the best pin to keep people flat on their back. All my weight is going into Carl's left shoulder to keep him flat, okay? Because his escapes will dictate him most likely getting onto the side, if that makes sense. So let's just say up until now we've been showing you how to escape this type of control, the cross-face underhook. We've also addressed this as well. So now we're going to go back to this position here. So Carl's on me. So the first thing we're thinking about is realizing where Carl's frames are. That's the first thing. Has he got a cross-face and an underhook? This hand. Has he 2 hands this side? Okay. But that's the first thing we're looking for. Okay. So Carl has an elbow on this side and he's controlling my near side hip, which probably means I'm not going to put him in the guard. So first thing is, when I know what pin he has, the next thing is I'm thinking about where my frames are and what should I be doing. If Carl has me in this position, I'm looking for the underhook escape. Okay. So if he's staying tight like he should, I'm just going to put my left hand on my belly and do a slight bump, get my hand underneath. Now I've got the underhook on him. I've actually got inside control. I'm controlling the inside track with both my hands, which is always a good thing in jiu-jitsu. Okay? Now, when Carl plays this pin, if he's playing it right, his hips are higher than his shoulders, and he's driving into my left shoulder. So I can't turn on to my side, if that makes sense. I'll give myself a hernia. Switch positions. What's my goal? To get onto my side. Okay? So once I'm there and I give Carl the underhook or he's bumped to get it, if Carl tries to physically get onto the side from there, I'm just putting all my weight onto it. So it's very, very difficult. If you also notice my positioning, I'm perpendicular to Carl, which means it's the perfect place to put all my weight on this shoulder. So before we switch positions, before we work our escape, we're going to do probably the most simplest drill in jiu-jitsu, the shrimp or the hip escape, and we do this to create an angle because I want to get parallel to Carl. So from our position, Carl has control 1. I'll do a slight bump to win the underhook. Okay. Now again, if I bridge and try to get into Carl and I see physically turn to try to get onto my right side, it's not going to happen. So from here, all I'm going to do is I keep my feet on the ground. And now from there, I'm going to physically shrimp onto my side. So I end up here. If you notice, I've changed my angle. Okay? Now, if Carl tries to physically flatten me, stay we are broken. If Carl tries to physically flatten me out from here, it's not going to happen. Why? Because I'm parallel to him. That makes sense. Notice my head positioning. I'm parallel to him. I am not perpendicular. This is perpendicular. This is parallel. So I'm here. So now when Carl puts all his weight on that shoulder, it's not going to happen. Now he can get his angle back by running this way. And he flattens me out again. Okay? Take it back a step. So once I have my frame and my underhook, I will bridge, shrimp onto my right side, and the detail is hip escape back. Watch what I'm doing here. I physically watch my hips. I'm moving this way towards curving. I can only bridge so far, but watch, I move my hips right up here. Now watch this hand. This left hand goes there. Because I know Carl will be trying this angle back, and I'm going to stay parallel to him. Okay? Now, not only can he run this way, but he can also run this way, just into fast mixed move. It's just a kickback. Make sense? Yeah? So, let's look about getting Chinese and taking this person back. So, from our position, Carl's on me, he has control 1. This hand should, this is where it should be. So my right hand's wedged at the hip, basically where most of our escape started from. So I've made that right forearm, just the near side hip. put my own hand on my chest, do a slight bump, and now I've got double unders, or inside track position. So again, from this position, I can't turn in the car. Notice what his left hand's doing. And I can't move my head this way because of the elbow, but there's nothing stopping my head moving this way. So as I turn into the shrimp, I physically move my legs back so I'm on my side. Okay? Car runs this way, this hand comes up and it's keeping that road. Are you still there? If he moves to my back, I kick out and I come to my knees. And where do I want to be? Facing him. Let's just make it clear. The second car's in turtle top and his knees are on the mat. I have a decision to make. Am I going forwards or backwards? If his knees is on the mat, my two hands grab the back of his knees. I make a connection with my left shoulder to his right hip and my left ear to his left hip. Once I'm there, I put him in two directions. One, and I just drive him straight back and curve him close to his left hand behind him. So the detail is, I make a post with his left hand to his left, and there, he's right straight to me. And again, I'm shelving the leg. Let's look at that again. Cards on top. Okay, I made my frames, I have my underhook. I bridge, just to create a little bit of a bump, a little bit of separation. Watch what happens when I bump. For a split second, there's space between us. Now when Carl's body is in the air, that's when I shrimp and I'm parallel to him. Okay? Once I'm here, let's just say Carl doesn't decide to get his ankle back or take my back. What do we do from here? Immediately, I just straighten out my arms and come flat like this, bring my elbows up, and I bring my knees to my elbows. Now it depends on what Carl's doing. We're going to keep things simple, just back to me word. If he's sprawled, I'll be doing something else. But to keep the drill simple, he's on his knees. So my hands grab the back of his knees. I make a connection with my left shoulder to his right hip, my left ear to his right hip. Once I'm there, I don't want him posting with his hands. If I just do this, Carl can post with his left hand behind him. So I physically make him post his hand to the side, and then I drive straight through to coming out. That's how we're just control. Yeah. So the drill is 1, 2. I've made my wedge on your side hip, left hand on the dolly, do a few bumps, double on, or my underhooks, inside track position. I do one bump before I shrimp. Yeah, so it's just this. And I shrimp onto my side and I'm here. Let's just say Car, for the sake of the drill, doesn't make a reaction of turning this way and this way. Yeah. I immediately just go flat, build a base, and come to my knees. If Car's knees on the mat, I'm taking him this way. If he's sprawled, I'm going this way. But we keep it simple. Just grab the back of the knees and make a connection. I want 2 pressures. One, I can also do it the other side. I can make him post with his right hand by doing this. And then I just drive straight through. Control the hip, control the head, and we're into our position. Okay. So